Do the sex.
Today's Talk Sex with the Net topic is 9 ways to touch her breasts that most people skip. So today we are talking about touching her breasts and the 9 ways most people rush it, miss it, or unintentionally turn something that should feel erotic into something that feels mechanical or just plain bad. Because if you've ever touched her breasts and thought, this should be working, but her body did not react the way you were hoping, you're not alone. And if you're the partner on the receiving end of breast play that isn't exactly bad, maybe it is, but it's definitely not doing much for you, this episode is for you as well. Listen, the problem is usually not attraction and it's not effort. And it's definitely not that breasts aren't sensitive enough. Most of us were never taught how breast pleasure actually works. We were taught grabbing, we were taught squeezing, we were taught the breasts are an automatic turn on. But touching her breast doesn't work like that. So today I'm going to walk you through why breast play so often misses the mark, what's actually happening in her body when it does, and 9 ways to touch her breasts that most people skip, not because they don't care, but because no one has ever taught them how to lead this kind of pleasure properly. This isn't about being rougher or more aggressive or more performative. It's about timing, pressure, learning how to work with her nervous system, which is a theme we keep coming back to again and again in these tutorials, and not against it. But before we get into it, a quick reminder to subscribe to the podcast, whether you're watching it on YouTube or listening to it anywhere else. I'm also over on OnlyFans, where I'm sharing my sex and intimacy how-tos, demonstrations, and audio guided self pleasure meditations, and so much more. You can find me there and on Substack with my handle at Talk Sex with Annette. And good news, folks, for those of you who don't want to go onto those platforms, I have just launched a subscription based audio podcast that shares my audio guided self pleasure meditations, but also audio guided intimacy instruction. So you can subscribe to that instead. You're going to scroll down to the link below and find out all about it. I can't wait to see you all wherever you decide to go. All right, let's talk about touching breasts. Cheers. Before we dive into the moves, there's something important for you to understand. Touching her breast doesn't automatically create arousal. Breast play amplifies arousal if her body feels safe enough to receive it. Because breast sensitivity isn't just about nerve endings, it's about the nervous system, specifically the parasympathetic nervous system, the part responsible for relaxation, blood flow, sensitivity, and openness. We've been talking about this a lot. The moment touching her breast feels rushed, evaluated, or goal oriented, even subtly, the parasympathetic nervous system kicks in. And that's stress, of course. Stress dulls sensation, and it is a libido and passion killer. So when breast play feels hit or miss, it's not about desire, it's about state. What I see happen most often is this: hands go straight for squeezing, nipples get involved immediately, movement replaces presence, and suddenly her body is reacting instead of receiving. From her body's perspective, that feels like something is being done to me and not in a good way. And that shuts things down. So the goal here isn't to stimulate harder, the goal is to downshift the system. That's exactly what these moves do. So let's get started. Move number 1 is don't grab, hold. This is where most people go wrong immediately. Touching her breast should feel intentional, but not demanding. Instead of grabbing or squeezing, which can be painful and shocking to her system, start by holding whole hand contact, warmth, stillness. Cup her breasts gently or rest your hands over them without movement. This tells her nervous system you're being held, not worked on. If her body softens or leans into your hand, you're doing it right. Move 2, support the weight before you move it. Breasts are sensitive, but they're also heavy. They have some weight to them. So instead of manipulating them, support them, lift gently from underneath, let them rest fully in your hands. This kind of touch feels grounding and erotic at the same time, especially for women whose breasts are tender, sore, or highly sensitive. Give pressure first and movement later. Move number 3 is circle the breast before the nipple. This might remind you of some of the instructions I've given with touching and pleasuring the clitoris. So keep that in mind when we're thinking about nipples. We are going to treat them in ways that are very similar to how I've instructed you to treat the clitoris when touching the vulva. Most people rush straight to the nipple. That's a mistake. Before nipple contact, slowly circle the breast. Use the heel of your palm, move around the outer curve. Let the tissue warm up and respond. Nipples feel better when the surrounding tissue is already awake. This is also going to be very pleasurable for you. So it's a win win for both partners. Move number 4 is let the nipple tell you when it's ready. Nipples will tell you when they want attention. You'll notice a natural hardening, increased sensitivity, and a subtle leaning in or breath changes in your partner. That's your cue, not habit, not impatience. When you do touch the nipple, start lightly, brushing, rolling, gentle compression. Intensity comes later, if at all. So now we're to move 5, which is pressure before movement. Most people move too much too fast. Instead, try steady pressure. Hands underneath, gentle compression, stillness. Pressure helps her nervous system relax, and relaxation allows sensation to deepen. Movement can come later, but it definitely should not lead. Move number 6 is if it's working, don't change it. So, this is where arousal often breaks. Something starts working, so the instinct is to switch things up. Don't do that. If her breathing deepens, stay steady. If her body presses closer, keep the same rhythm. Consistency builds pleasure. Constant change forces it to reset again and again and again. And that causes frustration, frankly. Move number 7, slow down when she responds. This one feels counterintuitive. I know. She responds, you get excited, your hands speed up. Do the opposite. Slow down right when you want to go faster. Let intensity come from duration, not from speed. That's how you keep her nervous system open instead of overwhelmed. Move number 8, and this is a really good secret. Let breastplay be enough. Breastplay dies when it feels like a checkpoint. If it's just a step on the way to something else, her body feels rushed. Treat touching her breast as complete. Stay there, enjoy it, let it be enough. When pressure drops, desire expands. And for some very lucky women and their partners, this can actually lead to a nipplegasm, which is an orgasm she enjoys via nipple play. Finally, we're at move number 9, which is pull back before overstimulation. This one is advanced and it takes restraint. Breasts can get overstimulated quickly, especially nipples. Sometimes the hottest move is pulling back slightly while staying close. You're not disconnecting, you're letting her body want you again. And that's how desire stays alive. Before I wrap this up, I want to leave you with this. Touching her breast isn't about doing more, it's about doing less with more awareness. Most people think better sex comes from new moves, new tricks, or more intensity. But what actually changes everything is learning how long to stay, how much pressure to use, and when not to escalate. When you understand how sensitive this part of her body really is, touch becomes clearer, sex feels easier, and desire stops feeling unpredictable. That's not luck, that's skill. If this episode helped you see breastplay differently, make sure you're subscribed to the podcast and the channel. I share deeper how to's, demonstrations, and guided practices over on my OnlyFans. And don't forget, you can get the audio version of those demos now when you subscribe to my subscriber only audio podcast. Again, you can find links to that below. I'm also writing about all of this over on Substack. So please make sure to head over there and join me there. I can't wait to see you in all places. All of the links are below. If you have any questions or comments about this episode, or you want to suggest something about breast play that you'd like me to dive deeper into, make sure you're dropping your comments below the videos on YouTube, or you're messaging me, you're participating in some of the polls I'm putting up, because you can actually choose the content I make, because I make this for you, of course. So until next time, I'll see y'all in the locker room. Cheers.